Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm grateful to all the organizers in the front line or in the back of the organization. I'm grateful for all of you to be here and thankful. And inshallah, whatever time I have, I'll try to connect with you on some of the basic thoughts and idea that evolved with me for the last 40 years almost. I started my life in academic actually in Austin, Texas, University of Texas, then on to Germany with the Professor Frei Otto, Stuttgart, then came back and established the Hajj Research Center, an institute that became an institute carrying the name of the custodian of the Two Holy Shrine. Then I went back to Harvard in Boston, and then I came back and started my own firm for architectural, and I revised the first building in the old town of Jeddah. So alhamdulillah, I have diversity. The beginning of my career is I was trying to find meaning of things. So I went back to my Arabic. I think in Arabic, and I try to translate into English. So bear with me, and I will try to have a media translation going on. One of the things I looked at, I learned from, is looking actually at nature, which I call the universal order. The universal order is a reference that we all can learn from and we all can share. In the universal order, there is a very, very important. The universal order and the whole universe is based in duality, not singularity. Singularity do exist, but singularity is for God. So everything in duality, and our main task, our main duty, our main responsibility is to find the balance between in any given moment, between any given factors. So there is always a choice between two things, and we try to do it, but of course, in this instant of time, you have two, but the next instant you have another two until you reach endless duality going on. So what all this confusion in the beginning with doing the research for 14 years in the Hajj, which is a very complex thing to look at, and it has many, many aspects and factors. I came to this issue of one word. I can describe my thinking and everything I do in one word, which came in the Quran many times. Al-Mizan. Al-Mizan is the tool of balance, and the tool of balance is what we have here. This is the tool of balance that we can use to think, and we can try to compare things and make a decision, a choice, finding the point of balance. If you have this as the scale, there is a saying, hold it from the middle, it falls. You try to find that point of balance between every two things, and in every moment there is another possibility. So going on and trying to find that balance. In architecture, in Arabic, it has a wider meaning. Imara wa umran, which to do with life, anything to do with serving life, helping life in a building or in a very wide sense of urban development. So the word umran is from Umar, and in English is architecture. But there is one important word we use, the word design. What does the word design mean? From my search, I found that it means somebody who draw and can draw. But in Arabic, it's very interesting. Design means tasmeem. Tasmeem is insistent. I'm persistent. I persist and I insist in doing the best I can. And this is very important thing. So in the concept of duality, here we have a fantastic group of people, and we have the outside, I hate the word outside, but consultant coming and helping us, and us who are here. And this is a very important duality. How do we help each other to serve humanity, human being, al-insan, al-insan who is made of three basic things: spirit, his soul, and his body. Everybody's talking about body comfort. What about the soul comfort? How can we really reach that point which we are doing everything that surrounds us affect our senses? Our senses transfer to our feeling. So when we're designing or بنصمم, we try to find what help the human being, whoever he is, wherever he is, being in a tent in the desert or in a skyscraper somewhere in the town. And what we're looking for when we refer to the vision, it's one of the programs in the vision, very important, the quality of life. So all our work, those providers of material, the real estate developer, designers, or in a wider sense, architect, we have to try to find that combination and guide. Maybe at least sometime we have 40 specialists in different fields, and how to bring all those given factors: environmental, economical, cultural, material, technology. So all those scales to fill in, and you give it, as the way I do it, give it a weight. Sometimes in a project, I use, for example, in a house or my house, I gave a very heavy weight for the environmental aspect. I want to have the maximum ventilation. When I did the hospital, in contrast, 300-bed hospital, it was not allowed to have air moving through the rooms. So that dropped down to maybe 60% weight. And then I used it to have more gardens, and I designed the hospital. I always try to find the meaning behind, because in Arabic also there is al-ma'na, which is the deep meaning, and al-mabna, which comes out. So in the hospital, in Arabic, it says mustashfa, means a place of healing. In English, it's hospital, means hospitality. So if we take the two, how we make that combination to have that person in the building as a hospital or a house or a school or urban development of leisure area or whatever we do will become more concentrated if we know the environment around us, the culture. And that brings me again to two words: globalization and localization. Those two words, how we as global thinkers, global experts, can work with the local expert. And that doesn't mean local like a different country. Even in New York, you may have New York City as a local situation. The urban of New York outside is another locality. So it's finding that, zooming until you go into the house or even to the room. So it's a matter coming from the top all the way down. And everything we do, we have to find the knowledge about each culture, each place. What is the project? What is it for? And who is it serving? And many, many other factors, and we have to go through. What helps really is we all could agree on finding the balance between all the given factors, and that's where it is really a cooperation. You cannot one person or one architect, how great he is or how experienced. It relies on other professions and other fields to really find that pathway of finding the solution. So it's a technique of solution or finding path of finding the solution and the right solution. Of course, you cannot be perfect. The best we can do. And the intention comes very important. We put our hands together and try to work with the good intention to serve humanity. We have a fantastic opportunity here in Saudi Arabia, a really incredible one, that we can prove to the future generation that cooperation can work. It doesn't have to be you and us. It's all of us together, working together, making the right and the best. And we are lucky we have a vision. We're lucky we have 70% of our population is young people. Of course, we may be presenting the 30%, but that's the wisdom. The wisdom is we have the wisdom and a very long 100 years of building up wisdom, and we have now the wisdom in our King Salman and his Wali al-Ahd, also the wisdom and the energy, and the young people also all working together, using the wisdom that have accumulated and move forward. Of course, we have the money, but that's not the most important. We have the most important, one of the three pillars of the 2030 is three. One is the Arabic Islamic depth. The second one is economy. The third one is connecting all the continent and all that in Saudi Arabia. So now this is a good example. I think we have people from different parts of the world, different continent. And Jeddah is a fantastic place as they call it the entrance of the two holy mosques, and the two holy mosques are the connection to the whole 2.7 billion people. So it's a very important location. It's a very important opportunity to be together, but not just now. I have been in hundreds of conferences and seminars. What is next? And I think we should use these 2 days to talk between each other. What is next? What can we do next to meet the requirement and the planning that was done by our government and our leaders? And as professionals, we are consultant, as we say in Arabic, al-mustashar mu'taman. What consultant is should be trusted. And really something also important that we need from you, consulting and advising. Please help us not repeat the mistakes that has been done. We need your assistance and you need your help to go forward and to really do something new. We always can make mistakes. We cannot just be perfect, but it is a waste to repeat. And now the whole world is needing that point of cooperation to find the right balance, and so we can really serve the humanity. Going forward is, again, being here, exchanging knowledge between each other and planning together. We need to find a way now with the communication system that is all over. It's in our pockets. We can find a way to communicate and to link and to really move forward in the best way we can with the right intention. So, inshallah, this meeting will be a different one from the hundreds I've been in, because we will be planning ahead for the next generation. And I hope it will be the right planning and the right designing, starting with the right intention and the right information. Architecture to me is knowledge and science, art after knowledge and science. We have to know, we have to learn, and then we use the art, the design, and that's a personal thing to do. So, I don't know, 4 more seconds, I use it to say, yeah, thank you. There's 2 words, I think, as the global and the local. So how to find a balance? I think there's a new buzzword coming up, glocal, to bring the 2 together. And I think if we try to really find that balance between the global and the local, between the old universal order and the new world order, between the OUO and the NWO. So let's struggle. It's always a struggle. Thank you very much, and I hope to move all together forward. Thank you.